WTIM.
Good morning. You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and our morning show. It's brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Grayson Bauman, joining us in this segment for our bi-weekly chamber chat. I've got Crystal Baker, board president with the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce, and also with us today, Elizabeth Fines Workman, director of Lincoln Land Community College in Taylorville. Good morning to the both of you. How are we?
Good morning. Doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well, and thank you for asking. Glad to hear that we're doing well on that end. Elizabeth, I know we're going to be getting to you in just a moment. We want to talk chamber news, and we'll start with some new members. How many do we have this time around?
Well, we've got 2 this time. And first off, right where we're at. So Hart Media Group, big congratulations to Hart Media Group. It's a digital media company founded by Taylorville native Matt Hart. Company recently purchased the assets of Miller Media Group, which includes several local radio stations serving Taylorville, Pana, and Shelbyville, as well as the online newspaper, Taylorville Daily News. Hart Media Group specializes in advertising, video, production, and content creation, and we're thankful that we are continuing on with Chamber Chat with Hart Media. So
it is it's interesting, to be a part of said transition, but it so far has gone quite well, and really just kind of still working things out and figuring things out on our end. But interesting enough that I did not know we had a new member, and it would be right here in studio. I figured that transition would make its way over, but I did not know of it fully. So in terms of new members, the Hart Media Group, I know there was tons in the month of July, it felt like, and so we'll continue building on that here in the month of August too.
Yep, and we have Whitlow Sewer and Septic Services to highlight. It's a well-regarded local business in Taylorville, known for its expertise in sewer and septic service systems. The company provides essential services such as septic tank cleaning and repair, as well as general sewer and drain cleaning. Services they offer are critical for both residential and commercial properties in maintaining a healthy and functional plumbing system. As a local provider, they are a trusted option for residents and businesses in the central Illinois area.
And that's Whitlow Sewer and Septic Services.
Correct.
Okay. Yes. So 2 new members, and that's in 2 weeks since we last saw you. So
yeah, we're growing every day, keeping very busy. So that just says, Taylorville is growing as well. So
fantastic on that end. And that's not the only news that you have for us here today. What are some other bits of chamber news that you'd like to share?
So as we all know, Chili Fest is coming up in October, and on October 1st, our registration opened for the Chili Pepper Pageant. We want to let everyone know that our contestants are now out and about selling 50-50 raffle tickets for $1 each. That drawing will be held on Sunday, October 5th, after the final Chili Cook-Off Awards on the main stage during Chili Fest. And then more news. Can't believe this, but school starts today, right? So we want to say, wish all of our TCUSD number 3 teachers, staff, and students the best and amazing start to the 25-26 school year. So a lot of little kids' photos all over the internet today for that first day of school picture.
There are a ton, actually, yeah. And it's all over the area right now. It does seem like school kind of started a week earlier than I'm used to. Even I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm not going to complain that I got an extra week, and I guess the kids today maybe aren't. In terms of chamber news, Chili Fest, obviously that is just going to be here in no time flat. I mean, so that will be.
We're working hard behind the scenes for that always.
Right around the corner. For you, the Taylorville Chamber online shop, I know that we're selling some, older things from Chili Fest, some shirts and things like that have been in the closet. How's that kind of going so far?
It's going really well. We're actually having a lot of people purchase some of those vintage shirts, and we're going to do a pre-sale soon for this year's 40th anniversary t-shirt as well. So keep on the lookout for that.
Okay. So you can get them at Chili Fest, but also
we're going to do a pre-sale as well.
Have them early too. Yeah. Maybe I'll expect to have a few early as well. That wouldn't be a problem. I like the design this year too. The pink and then 40th year. 41st year.
It's the 40th year.
40th year,
April Wolf did that design for the logo this year, and it looks great.
It did look really nice. So in the pink, hot pink, I don't know if it's my color.
It's going to be the red.
Oh, it's going to be red?
Red, yes.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw a draw for hot pink.
I think the printer printed it off in a faded color, but it's definitely a deep red.
Okay, a deep red for the Chili Fest. That's why we need to talk things through before we jump on and say things that aren't true. In terms of member news, is that all for you right now that you'd like to share, or anything else?
So we have some exclusive business after events we always like to talk about. So August 6th, we did a business after hours with Lincoln Land Community College with the new director, Elizabeth Fines, who is our special guest today here. You introduced her, and I'll let her expand on that a little bit in a minute. But September 17th will be our next one. It's going to be hosted by the Christian County CEO class of 2026. The CEO room located at the Chamber office, 108 West Market Street at 4:30 p.m. So we're really excited for that. It's going to be the first time that the CEO is actually a member with the Chamber and hosting a business after hours with us. So I think that's going to be really exciting.
Perfect marriage between two things here within the community. You said September 17th for that?
September 17th, yes.
September 17th. That'll be on the second floor of the U.S. Bank?
Correct.
Second floor of the U.S. Bank then. Member celebrations wise, my goodness, there were so many in July and into early August. What do you have this week?
I kept it short today, but today is a free senior lunch at the Table Park District Dining Hall at noon, followed by bingo. So if you are a senior citizen, head out on to the park today and enjoy some free dinner. Saturday, August 16th, dinner seasoned with love. A community meal will be provided at Calvary Baptist Church at 11:30. Saturday, August 23rd from 2 to 4, Susie's Resale is hosting a homecoming HOCO Glow and Go event. And it's going to be where you can come and get new or gently used homecoming dresses. There's going to be vendors. They're going to be doing makeup and I believe nails, all kinds of things. So the girls can go out and just have a fun day with that while they look for their homecoming dress. Sunday, August 24th, Table Music Lessons is celebrating their fourth year anniversary. So they're holding an event from 2 to 5 with free food, vendors, Table Music Lessons band, a bounce house, and more. So it sounds like a fun afternoon for a Sunday if you want to head on over and check that out and celebrate them. And then Friday, September 5th, Kimmer Village is having their 32nd annual charity golf classic at Oak Terrace Golf Course, and they have 6 spots still available. So you can register for that at www.kimmervillage.org/golf.
Best way to keep track of all of this, because I'm writing it down, trying to keep track of this, just go to the community events calendar.
Yes, please. There is so much going on all the time. It's hard to spit it all out on air, but go to that community calendar at www.tablechamber.com. It's on that first homepage. It's scrolling there, and check out all the amazing things that Table has going on.
And thank God you're the one telling us them, because there is no chance that I would be keeping track near as well. Mentioned there as well in the business after hours community events calendar as well. Anything else that we want to touch on, Crystal?
I think I want to give some time to Elizabeth so everyone can get to know her as the new director with Lincoln Land, and we'll just hand it on over.
Let's do it. Let's turn our attention. It's turned to you, Elizabeth.
Ooh, and I'm excited.
So, new director of Lincoln Land Community College, but you're not new to Lincoln Land Community College. Can you tell the folks out there a little bit about your background, how you came to be with the school, the college itself, and more?
Yeah, so essentially I've worked at Lincoln Land for 8 years. Right out of college, I interviewed with Lincoln Land as a public speaking instructor, and I've been there ever since. So I've taught at Lincoln Land, Taylorville, Litchfield, main campus, online. I teach public speaking, the class that no one really wants to take. They're not super jazzed about, right? But I make it fun, I like to think. And I also teach first year experience in an interpersonal communication course. So yeah, not new to Lincoln Land. I love Lincoln Land, and I'm super, super, super jazzed to be the new director of Lincoln Land Taylorville.
So for you, the interpersonal communication, I know we're, the three of us right now, it's a touch different, but the public speaking portion of it, and your time so far at Lincoln Land Community College, what kind of made you want to make that next step though? What was that kind of, hey, I think I'm ready for this next motion in life?
Yeah. So my predecessor, Dee, now retired, she was the director of Lincoln Land Taylorville. And I kind of knew she was getting ready to retire, and we kind of talked, and I have huge shoes to fill with her. First off, she was wonderful. So she's like, hey, what about this job? And I've always kind of had my eye on the corner office. Don't get me wrong. Right. But when she said that, I was like, you know what? I can do this, and I want to do this. I want to be there for my community. It's a different feel, right? So when you're in the classroom, you get to know students on a different level, but now I'm advising them. So now I get to see them from start to finish, right? From the very first day they come into my office and sign up for classes to graduation. So I think that's going to be a real cool transition for me. Unfortunately, sometimes, when they get in my classroom and I see them for the whole semester and I really get to know them, and then they go to different classes, right? So I don't get to see that whole beautiful transformation, and this way I'll get to do that. So I'm really excited that I get to do that this time.
excited for you in that regard as well. And I think you mentioned community there. I would love for people to know that this is not just, hey, I'm moving to the area 8 years ago, and this is your community. You're from Taylorville.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the background before Lincoln Land Community College?
Yeah. So born and raised in Taylorville, Illinois, right? The place holds a special place in my heart. So grew up here. At first I started as, if some of you might remember, the West School Wildcats, right? So I was a West School Wildcat. And then I was a Taylorville Terrier, which some of you also might remember. And then finally a Taylorville Tornado, right? So I've been here my whole life. A lot of folks come into my office now that are wanting to be students, and they say, Elizabeth, you look super familiar. Like, why do you look so familiar? And I'm always like, I don't know. I go to the grocery store a lot. I don't know if that's it, right? But I think most of the time we come up with the fact that I worked at Manners Park Pool for a long time, right? So I started there when I was 15 years old as a lifeguard, and then I worked my way up to manager. And as soon as I say, oh yeah, I was the manager of the park pool, people are like, oh, that's it, right? So a few of students that have come in, I taught them swim lessons when they were like young, and I'm like, ooh, I'm old now and that sucks, but here we are, you know what I'm saying? So it's been awesome. So yeah, been in the community my whole life.
For you, does that community, understanding this community, do you think that's going to really play a major role in your now position where, okay, I know kind of this how it goes? Yeah. A little bit differently than maybe somebody that's coming into it, fresh feet, freshly on the ground, but they're not fully aware of what Taylorville maybe has to offer.
Yeah, I think absolutely. I think I have that advantage from living here my whole life. My family's still here. So I think that gives me an advantage on that, to know kind of what Taylorville is like, right? Opposed to someone who might be outside the community. You know, we stick together here in Taylorville. I always go back to when we had the tornado, right? And we have in the bent not broken saying, right? I think that really kind of stands for what Taylorville is, and we stick together. And I'm excited to know, I already know a lot of the businesses in Taylorville, and I know a lot of the folks that run them, right? So getting to be more on a personal level through Lincoln Land with those, I think that's really going to help me throughout this job for sure.
I believe it on this end, and I've heard that you're interested in getting more involved with the community. And so I'd like to talk a little bit about that when we come back. Elizabeth Fines Workman, Director at Lincoln Land Community College, Taylorville, Crystal Baker, Board President for the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce, joining us here on the WTIM Morning Show for our bi-weekly chamber chat. We'll take a break. We'll be right back on WTIM, your information station.
Your information station, WTIM. Find out all the great things happening in the Pana area on the WTIM Pana Morning Show, Tuesdays from 8:40 till 10. You'll hear interviews with Pana area community, nonprofit, and business leaders each week. The WTIM Pana Morning Show is brought to you by these sponsors:
Pana Save-A-Lot, Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, Bob Riding's Pana, your Nokomis Dairy Queen, Pana Bowl, and Okanee Chop Shop.
At Taylorville Memorial Hospital, great care is a team effort. It's expert doctors, compassionate nurses, and advanced technology, all working together to deliver the best care possible for you and your family. From preventive testing to advanced procedures, Taylorville Memorial Hospital is where great care comes together for you. Visit memorial.health/TMH to see a full list of hospital services, the latest news, and additional resources like visitor information, careers, and more.
The Christian County Ag Fair presents the first ever Combine Demo Derby at the Fairgrounds in Taylorville, Saturday, August 23rd at 5 p.m. at the Grandstand. Lots of excitement and fun. Earlier that day from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m., bring the kids to meet the machines. It's the first ever Combine Demo Derby, Saturday, August 23rd, 5 p.m. at the Christian County Fairgrounds in Taylorville. Sponsored by West Sand and Trucking, Bear Creek, Barker Implement, Christian County Farm Bureau, and Whipple's Hybrids.
We count every calorie, weigh every grape, and track every step.
We run 5Ks, freeze off fat, and cram kale through the juicer.
I guess you could say we're obsessed with our health.
But what about the health of your furnace?
You know, your Flabby Furnace hasn't exercised in at least 6 months.
But soon, it'll be running nonstop.
That furnace of yours isn't getting any younger.
As time goes by, stuff starts breaking down.
I don't know about you, but I can certainly relate.
So it's a good time to save with a preseason tune-up and safety check from Jansen's Heating and Air.
Our talented technicians test, tighten, lubricate, and recombobulate the moving parts so everything's ready on the first frigid day.
And it may add more time to your senior system's lifespan.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go put my burger in the blender.
Why?
I hear it's healthier that way.
Schedule your preseason tune-up and safety check today.
Call Jansen's Heating and Air, 562-5201.
Janssen'sHeating.com.
CNB Bank and Trust has been helping open doors for Central Illinois farmers since 1854. Find out why they're among Illinois' top ag lenders by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Bob Ridings of the Bob Ridings family of dealerships. See our huge inventory of about 2,000 vehicles by clicking on our ad at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show here on your information station, brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville. I'm your host, Grayson Bauman. Joining us in this segment for our bi-weekly chamber chat, I've got Elizabeth Fines Workman, Director of Lincoln Land Community College in Taylorville, and Board President Crystal Baker as well. We're talking with Elizabeth right now about Lincoln Land Community College Taylorville, her transition now into this role as director. I'm wondering for you, what are some of those goals? What are some of those big things that you'd like to maybe accomplish?
Yeah, so first and foremost, I want to provide a high quality education for the folks that I call neighbors here in Taylorville, right? And we're doing that, and we're doing a great job of that. Another goal that I have is just to get a little bit more involved throughout the community. Already, Crystal and April at the Chamber have made us feel welcome with the business after hours we hosted on August 6th, I believe, Crystal. And it went really, really well, and the community really showed out, and it was awesome. So more events like that, going to the high school, Taylorville High School, the junior high, getting involved with some businesses. Maybe if they want me to be a speaker, that's always fun. The public speaking background, I'd love to do that. So yeah, just little things like that. Just getting involved and letting my community know, right? Our community know that Lincoln Land is there to support them in any way.
Don't say that too loud. I hear the Kiwanis Club is already looking for you.
Hey, I'm here. I'm there. Look me up.
You are already scheduled as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. So what are some of the specific class offerings too that you're mentioning? You said the high quality education. We're going to continue that. What are some of those things? Yeah. So at Lincoln Land Taylorville, we offer, drum roll, general biology, human anatomy 1 and 2, microbiology, contemporary chemistry, and we have a new course this semester that we're offering. It's natural disasters class, which honestly I kind of want to be in. So they might see me in there every once in a while. Public speaking, which I teach one class of that still. So if you want to get enrolled, well, right now my class is filled up, but next semester, right? So we have public speaking, English 1 and 2. We have economics, intro to film as literature, intro to weather and climate, U.S. history, American politics, intro to psychology and sociology, general math and statistics. We have CNA classes. And this semester, we are having education classes through our RISE technology. So we have essentially what the RISE technology is it is a classroom, and Crystal saw it at our business after hours, where essentially there's a bunch of TVs all around the room. Okay. And we can have one student, multiple students, if you will, but you can have one student in our campus at Taylorville. You can have another student at the campus at Litchfield, and 20 students at the campus on main campus, and all of them will connect through this technology, right? The professor will come up on the TVs, everyone will be able to see everyone, and it's a good way for the outreach centers to have some of these classes offered that maybe we couldn't fill at our campus, right? But our students can still have that opportunity through this RISE technology. So we're really jazzed up about that this semester. We talked to Dee a little bit about it. I think that is exciting as well. And It gives you kind of that hybrid option, but also gets you in the classroom. It'd be perfect for those like myself who cannot do an online class. Just not possible. Bi-weekly chamber chat is going to have to wrap up, but to Crystal, and to Elizabeth. Thank you both for joining us here
Thank
today.
you so much for
thank
having
you.
us, Grayson.
You got it. Bi-weekly chamber chat here on WTIM, your information station.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville. 96.1 FM Taylorville. 107.5